Happy New Year, everyone. Let's take a moment to reflect on the last year, shall we? As we reflect on this year, it is important to acknowledge both the negative events that tested our world and the positive milestones that reminded us of humanity's ability to grow, innovate, and unite. First, we must recognize the difficult moments that brought pain, fear, and loss. Around the world, conflict and violence continued to affect millions. Ongoing Israel-Hamas attacks caused widespread suffering and instability in the Middle East. Tensions also rose in South Asia as India and Pakistan experienced dangerous border clashes, reminding us how fragile peace can be between nuclear-armed nations. Here in the United States, communities faced devastating tragedies. Severe flooding in Texas destroyed homes and displaced families. Terrorist attacks in New Orleans shocked the nation and reinforced the reality that public safety remains a constant concern. A deadly mid-air collision added to the year's heartbreak, highlighting the importance of transportation safety. At the same time, massive wildfires, including those affecting Altadena, Pacific Palisades, and Malibu, destroyed neighborhoods and showed the growing impact of climate change. Political riots across different regions further demonstrated how division and unrest can threaten democratic stability. These events were painful reminders that the world continues to face serious dangers, from violence and natural disasters to political polarization. Yet 2025 was not defined by tragedy alone. In the midst of hardship, hope also emerged. Scientific and medical progress took meaningful steps forward. The FDA began moving toward phasing out animal testing, signaling a more ethical future for medical research. New therapies showed promise in treating Huntington's disease, and advancements in colon cancer treatment offered renewed hope to patients and families. Even more remarkable, heart attack death rates dropped by nearly 90% compared to 1970, a powerful example of how decades of research and prevention save lives. Progress was also made in protecting our planet. For the first time globally, renewable energy sources, especially solar power, produced more electricity than coal, marking a major step toward a cleaner and more sustainable future. Social and political milestones inspired many as well. Mexico made history by electing its first female president, breaking barriers and setting an example for gender equality and leadership. Across the United States, communities showed solidarity with immigrants, rallying together in support and standing up against ICE raids. On a global spiritual stage, Cardinal Robert Francis Prevost became the first American pope, taking the name Leo XIV, a historic moment for millions around the world. From the good and the bad that has happened domestically in the United States and globally around the world, as a citizen of the USA, I yearned for the representative of the free world to make a statement, addressing his fellow Americans and people who still look at our country as a beacon of light, giving us hope and encouragement as we end the year of 2025 and begin the year of 2026. Unfortunately, what I received is... Well, moving on to Donald Trump's New Year's message. Now, before we get into it, let me provide a little history on the specific people Trump mentioned in his message. The current governor of Colorado is Jared Polis. Under his watch, Tina Peters, who served as county clerk of Mesa County, Colorado, from 2019 to 2023, was convicted on 7 charges for her failed efforts to overturn the 2020 election of Joe Biden. She was sentenced to 9 years in prison. Although Trump used his federal authority and pardoned her, she could not be released because of her state convictions.
Good. Well, so you know what I'm saying is true. All right.
A judge chuckles at a defendant in court.
It's not funny. My life is on the line here, Your Honor.
It's clear Trump is pissed about his efforts in pardoning Tina Peters, that she did not immediately become a free woman again, had failed. No matter if the governor of Colorado followed the law, because Governor Jared Polis refused to bend the knee to Donald Trump and kiss his ass after Ms. Peters was caught in a crime and convicted, Governor Polis is now on the Trump's enemy list, and Trump is clearly salty. Donald Trump's message states, "God bless Tina Peters, who is now, for 2 years out of 9, sitting in a Colorado maximum security prison at the age of 73 and sick for the crime of trying to stop massive voter fraud that goes on in her state, where people are leaving in record numbers. Hard to wish her a happy new year, but to the scumbag governor and the disgusting Republican DA who did this to her, nothing happens to the Dems and their phony mail-in ballot system that makes it impossible for a Republican to win an otherwise very winnable state. I wish them only the worst. May they rot in hell. Free Tina Peters. How weak, how pathetic. Where's a closing statement of hope, faith, and encouragement? Instead, Donnie boy, you chose to take this special opportunity to slam people on your enemy list. As a citizen of the United States, I'm embarrassed. This is our president? I mean, really? Are you freaking kidding me with this? Okay, let's do a mind cleanse and take a trip down memory lane to a real president's New Year's message. I'd like to highlight one of former President Barack Obama's New Year's message. It states, "Happy New Year, everybody. There's a lot I'm grateful for over this past year. Businesses that continued an all-time record streak of job creation. A healthcare system that covers more than 90% of us for the first time. A country where all our marriages are equal under the law for the first. A world united around a prosperous, low-carbon future for the first time. But mostly, I'm grateful for you, and to be your president, because it's your hard work, determination, and fundamental decency that led us forward in 2015, and that will keep leading us forward in 2016. Because of you, as long as I've had the privilege to serve in this office, I've never been more optimistic for a year ahead. So here's my resolution, to do everything I can with every day I have left, partnering with as many of you as possible, to keep making the promise of this country a reality for all of us. As you have heard, President Obama was giddy about the accomplishments under his watch. His accomplishments. To some, it may be off-putting, coming across as arrogant, but me personally, I don't give a damn, considering he's earned that. All the while, in his statement, he's thankful of his fellow Americans and has not took for granted his duty in office while being President of the United States. From reading this, I received hope, faith, and encouragement from the man who has the top job, and that, to me, y'all, is a real president. I may not have agreed with everything he has done in the past, but I can happily call him my president without shame. And to close out with another message, let's end with another New Year's message from, in my opinion, another real president. In an interview with Ryan Seacrest with former First Lady Dr. Jill Biden on the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve show, Joe Biden stated, "My hope is that everybody has a healthy, happy, and safe new year. But beyond that, I hope that they understand that we're in a better position than any country in the world to lead the world. And we're coming back, and it's about time." Words of hope, faith, and encouragement, all that I needed to hear in a New Year's message. It's sad I couldn't get that from the current president this year, but at least I can take a trip down memory lane to remind myself of real presidents conduct themselves instead of accepting this mudslinging, kindergarten bullshit. And that's where we end today, Rogue Gang. Happy New Year to you, and I send you love and prosperity for this year. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.